Can the IRS take my home for my dad's back taxes? That's what Gold Ebb, a 9182 wants to know. It says, my dad passed in December 2024. Gold Ebb inherited the home and have lived in it and paid the mortgage on it for 13 years, okay? But it's in his father's name solely upon his father's death. His father still owed the IRS $15,000 in business tax debt, with interest and penalties $22,000 last time I checked. I'm afraid I'll lose my home. As far as I know, the debt is from 2014. Will the 10-year collection statute apply? Can I settle for the original amount? Any guidance would be greatly appreciated. All right, off-the-cuff thoughts, Gold Ebb. Number one, you say business tax debt. I need to know what kind of business tax debt that is. I need to know, was this a C corporation and was this corporate income tax debt for your father's wholly owned C corp? If so, you don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about it. IRS can't go after your dad or your dad's estate, and least of all you personally, for that C corp that is presumably defunct at this point. Was this payroll tax debt? This is payroll tax debt, and the IRS went after your late father personally for it via the trust fund recovery penalty. Well, then that's a different story, because the in that case, it's just like a personal tax debt owed by your father at his death, right? And legally, that debt should be paid out of his estate. What's his estate? It's basically the stuff that he had after when he passed away, right? All that stuff, and income streams as well, become the property of kind of this fictitious entity that exists upon someone's death called their estate. So technically, what should have happened is that whatever he owed should have been paid out of his estate when he passed away, before the assets were distributed. Okay? Now it sounds like the assets have already been distributed, and there's still this house. It sounds like it's still in your father's name and hasn't been titled in your name yet. Okay, let's back up. First thing, find out what kind of tax debt it is, right? If it's just business tax debt, like corporate income tax debt, you don't have anything to worry about. If it's business tax debt, like payroll tax debt, and they assessed you against your father personally, yeah, that should have been paid out of the estate. Now, maybe you mean he just had a Schedule C business, and this was personal tax debt because it was a sole proprietorship. That would be the same thing as that payroll issue I mentioned before. But you also mentioned that this, as far as you know, the debt is from 2014. If the debt is from 2014, then yeah, that 10-year collection statute may have run out or be very close to running out, right? So what I would do if you were a client is, first thing after I figured out exactly what kind of business tax debt it is, we would find out what the CSED date is for this debt. And if this tax debt is simply gonna fall off here in the near future, man, that's good news for you if you are a client, because you don't have to worry about it after that date, right? You see what I'm saying? So, there's a couple things to think through here, a couple things to research on your part, but Gold Ebb, but those are my kind of preliminary thoughts on this situation. Hey, if you're in a situation where you're dealing with a parent or some other relative who may be nearing the end of their life, and they have significant back tax debt, you probably want to reach out to a professional. Give us a call here at Choice Tax Relief, 866-8000-TAX. That's 866-8000-829 for a free consultation. You could also go to choicetaxrelief.com, fill out the form on the website. We will reach out to you. I think I made a short form video recently about this stuff, or maybe not. I don't know. But in any case, I have some other tax relief videos on the side of the screen for your education and enjoyment. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.